All right, here we go. We're going to get started. We're going to have a great segment here because it's really all about making our business more simple, easier to develop, through the process, so you can grow faster and easier, right? That's what it's all about. But before that, Jim, what do you got here? You got the, you want everybody to follow you, it looks like.
Oh, we got a follow slide. Yeah, that'd be wonderful. And, you may want to follow Andrew as well. We're trying to pick up extra followers this weekend, so anything you can do would be wonderful. Keith would appreciate it.
You got to stay ahead of Shane Kringle. Stay ahead of Shane. All right, so really it is all about process, right? It's not about developing the business. It takes some time, but I think you'll agree that over the past few years, we've done a pretty good job in making a lot of things more simple so we can grow easier and faster. Would you guys agree with that? I mean, come on, I think we've done a pretty good job, and we're going to continue to do that because it's really all about enabling each and every one of us to perform those result-producing activities. Retailing, right? Recruiting, and of course, building, which results in building.
Which brings us all right into using and selling the products, introducing the business, and selling tickets. Really, everyone, our focus is to put everything together so we can focus on the main things that make us money and help us build our business. Wouldn't you guys agree?
And of course, the main thing, this weekend, as I mentioned in the pre-show, is the fact that we came in here with record numbers of sales coming into the World Conference, right?
Almost doubled last year.
More than doubled from last year. So make sure you get your tickets to the World Conference and take advantage of the promotion. So just talking about a few of the accomplishments that we've done over the past couple of years. Of course, the Fast Start program has been a great advancement. Would you agree? Making the business easier, providing a less expensive entryway into the business, but more value there, and people are well equipped when they establish their unfranchised business. Of course, Partner Now in the waiting room, the automatic annual renewal. You simply opt in, your annual renewal is automatically executed for you. The fact that the transfer buying is automatically filled as you register your business based on your Fast Start kit that's selected. We've had some enhancements to the auto ship program, and of course the product kits. A great way to build share of customer, create more profitability, and create more BV. There's a value to the customer and of course a value to us as unfranchised owners.
And then we moved into direct deposit. How many of you like the fact that you have direct deposit while we're here this weekend? Right? Gotta love it.
The emails on Thursdays are great, right?
We get the email Thursday, you get the check Friday. I'm thinking we should just email all week. Wouldn't that be great? Because I love when that comes.
Commission is coming, commission is coming.
Online vouchers, remember what that was like before? Now we can just take it right online. The Form 1000 at 11:59 p.m. instead of 1:59. I mean, it's amazing the changes. And now, in fact, an automatic Form 1000 as people are purchased. Hasn't that been great? NewUnfranchisedTraining.com, which we're going to talk a little bit more about today as well as the new company website, which we're going to touch on as we go through our presentation today too.
Okay, this is great. Sometimes I think people get a little confused about their identity, right? About their identity. I think we need to be consistent in our terminology that we use. And it really all comes down to simplification. We need to do that with our terminology.
Absolutely. So did you ever get confused what you were? Am I a distributor?
Customer manager?
Shop consultant?
Unfranchised owner? UFO?
A master UFO?
Independent distributor?
I didn't know what I was. No clue.
What we're going to do is we're going to create that consistency in terminology because we really do have a brand in the unfranchised business. And that's a universal brand throughout the world. So I think it's about simplifying the terminology and the branding, right, so that we can, move forward with a consistent message. You're going to see Powerline Magazine transform into Unfranchised Magazine. You're going to see the content be regionalized from the Americas to Europe and Asia Pacific as we continue to move forward. So now, no longer are we distributors. First of all, the word is even not that sexy, right? Distributor.
We're unfranchised owners.
We're all unfranchised owners.
Right.
We're all unfranchised owners. So because of that, distributor services is now unfranchised services. Distributor cost, unfranchised cost. You've noticed that even in your program, UC happens to stand for unfranchised cost. No longer is there a distributor ID. It's an unfranchised ID. You've seen the transformation from e-news alerts to unfranchised news. Transfer buying. In selecting terminology, we need to think about terminology that people can connect with, can understand without having the education as an unfranchised owner. So somebody comes into the business and they go through the registration or Partner Now process, transfer buying. If they're not coached by their sponsor, they don't know what transfer buying is. But they can kind of connect to an auto ship.
They had no clue what transfer buying was, so we're trying to put it together to make it simple.
So transfer buying is now unfranchised auto ship.
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
The insured transfer buying rider. How many of you looked at that and said, I don't know what it is? So it's now accrual protection. Isn't that what it is? To make sure we protect what we're doing. Again, to make this simple for everybody.
Yeah, we're calling things what they are so people can understand, what's happening. New distributor training, of course, new unfranchised owner training. What's a sign? First of all, don't sign people up. They're establishing or registering their unfranchised business, right? So I call it a sign-up wizard. What's a wizard?
What could we call a warlock?
So it's unfranchised registration. And why do we have to call it getting started wizard? It's still part of the registration process when they first, enter or their unfranchised business account. And by the way, in pin level. What's a pin? I'm going to get a pin level? What's a pin? Why do I go for a pin?
I have a pin on.
Pin level. You see on those social media, new pin levels. People don't know what a pin level. It's an unfranchised level, right? So you're going to see through our social media activity, as we start to really communicate and post the success that people are having every week, every month, we're going to include the income and put unfranchised levels. So that way the general public can really understand what's happening with unfranchised owners as they're earning money. Right now they see supervising coordinator pin level. They have no idea what's going on. So now unfranchised. Do you like the new terminology?
Good. We've also, I've always been a big proponent of auto ship for our customers. We've taken and we've enhanced that. And I'm just going to give you a quick update. You'll be able to take a look at it in your own back offices. But as you can see, now we go under My Customers, and you can see where it'll say Manage Customer Auto Ship. From there, there's a drop-down list of all your customers that you have the ability to pick from. You can see on the right side whether they're getting a 5 or a 10% discount. You're also now going to be able to go in, pick the products they want, search like we do on transfer buying to be able to find the products they want, set it up for a 30, a 60, or a 90-day, or a different number. So like I have a customer who always likes his products every 40 days. So he's now set up on a 40-day auto ship. That's all right in your back office, 95% of it live right now. So if you're using auto ship, please go back and take a look at that.
Awesome, awesome. The Partner Now process is obviously a great advancement. People can register their own unfranchised business. But there were little points that kind of got people hung up, little obstacles, and created some questions, like transfer buying, what is that, et cetera, et cetera. So we've added some video tutorials within each step of the Partner Now process. How many of you enjoyed the new Awake Energy Shot? Woo. Great new addition.
We've been working hard. I'm still tired.
Long nights? Long nights?
Did you see the new box?
Oh, fantastic. Look at this.
Have you guys seen the new box for the Awake Energy products to be able to display?
I need a little extra energy.
Yeah, I got to hit some of this.
Oh, that's great.
I feel like Dennis Franks now. I might dance.
So at this international convention, we're launching a new product package. It's the Energy Booster Kit, which includes the Awake Energy Shot, of course, with Mocha Tonics and the B Complex. What's nice about this is, of course, there's a savings and a value to the end consumer. There's also a savings and a value to us as unfranchised owners. You can see the unfranchised cost, and of course, as a consumer, over about a $35 value.
And available now. Available right now to order, the Energy Kit.
All right, at the World Conference, we launched the replicated MarketAmerica.com website. What I mean by that is, just like we all have a shop.com website, an Isotonics website, a Motives Cosmetics website, we all have a MarketAmerica.com / whatever name that you use for your other website. So we've just launched the corporate information-based site for Taiwan and also for Hong Kong, which are live now. MarketTaiwan.com.tw, and as you can see, MarketHongKong.com.hk. The nice thing about this is we've also kind of enhanced the Power Profiles section of these corporate websites. We're one global community of entrepreneurs, unfranchised owners. We don't need to delineate or segment country by country, you see? So being that we're one global community, now when you go to Power Profiles, they're all there, and it's done by language. So you can see everybody throughout the world who are experiencing success as unfranchised owners in one spot.
Absolutely. And you know, we try to get everything set here that we can, but there's always things still in the works. So there's some fun things that are going to be coming out, just like we told you at World Conference that came out within the next couple weeks. We got some things that'll be coming out in the next few weeks and months as well. So coming soon is our how many of you like the automatic annual renewal? Remember when we came out with that and it was like, okay, this is great, no more paper going in, it's done automatically. But we run into a problem sometimes. People register their business, they do their partner now, maybe you're not sitting down with them, and they might opt out of it. Isn't that true? And you won't know that right away unless you know how to pay attention. So one of the things I want to make sure you know about is that we do have a report. There's an annual renewal report that if you go on, will tell you everybody in your organization who has not renewed for that month. It'll also actually even show you if they are opted in or not opted in, so you have the ability to contact them. Now that is already live in your back office, so make sure you know that and you use it under the management reports. But one of the other things we ran into is, you know, someone missed it by accident, Andrew, and they didn't get it done. And then they had to send in a paper annual renewal, late renewal, and it was really hard for people. You know, we were actually having people who were getting frustrated trying to get started again. So coming soon, not ready now, I want to clarify, but people who accidentally missed that mark but want to be in the business, they're going to be able to do their late annual renewal online. How do you like that?
And Jim, what we're also going to do there is provide, not only do we provide email reminders, but we're also going to provide email notifications to the senior partners of that unfranchised owner, to the certified executive coordinator and the upline professional coordinator.
Right, so if Wendy has somebody in her group who hasn't got that renewal done, all we've been doing right now is emailing the unfranchised owner. Now it's going to go to, as you said, the executive coordinator, the sponsor, and the upline professional coordinator are hired. So you've got more people helping take care of it.
Absolutely. The Fast Start program, of course, has been remarkable, great advancement, but I think, you know, sometimes when people get their Fast Start package, of course, those products that are included are great for personal use, to start to experience the products. Of course, the more products that you experience, generally the more products that you sell, right? Because you talk about what you experience. But for those people who really get the business off to the right start, and they do a product preview, they do a home business presentation, you want to have product packages available for sale right then and there to increase the chances for profitability right immediately. Absolutely. And more BV being created, especially initially when they establish the business. So really, Jim, and I think from feedback from the field organization, we wanted to provide the ability of not just getting their Fast Start package, but being able to also select a few of the product packages to add to that initial order, so when they do get their package and they do a product preview, they have product packages to sell right then and there.
So the way this would work is you would still pick your Fast Start kit, but then either a pop-up or it'll lead to another page, and then there we'll have populated 3 or 4 of the best-selling product samplings, you know, like our Daily Essentials kit. And so, Jackie, let's say you're doing a wellness presentation. You know you've got it set up already for the new unfranchised owner. Now you can add 3 or 4 of those on there, so the opening order is set and ready to go. They won't get free shipping on the additional product, only on the Fast Start kit, as we always have. But you'll be able to, because I think it's been skipped, don't you?
Absolutely.
So now we'll be able to add that on. How do you guys like that?
We knew Jackie Blasco would like that the most.
Coming soon, okay? Coming soon.
Okay, very quickly here, we're going to start to have more digital content accessible as unfranchised owners. So we're using there's going to be a new content management system available right through our unfranchised business accounts. And the same system institutions and companies like NASA, Procter & Gamble, you know, the Department of Health and Human Services use. So it's going to allow us as unfranchised owners to access the career manual in a way that's easy to find the content you're looking for, has keyword searches, and of course, it'll go beyond easy to navigate. It'll go beyond the career manual. We're going to have additional materials available through this content management system, and it'll be through, I think, the help and training section, but you'll see it. It's going to come live in the next couple of months, so we can look forward to having that as well. All right. And of course, my favorite tool that I use almost on a daily basis, we're doing meetings almost every day, is the About Market America and Shop.com PDF document. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's really a fantastic tool because there's 49 video links embedded within it, and people can go into depth into the different divisions, technologies in our company and business, right? So we're going to be updating that in the next 2 weeks. It'll be available for us on unfranchised training and also through the unfranchised business account. So we're going to be excited about that.
So how about that for some start to what we're doing? There's more coming, by the way, that we still have to go through. But what we want to do now is we want to introduce a vital, she has been incredible since joining us with our corporate team. She's been doing some wonderful things. She's our director of internet sales and training. We want her to talk about these because she's really been the driving force behind it. Big business builder with her and her husband, Ryan. How about a warm welcome for Supervising Coordinator Sarah Rose Stack?
Well, I'm here to talk about simplification with regard to internet marketing, because wouldn't you agree that Market America and Shop.com give us a whole lot of stuff? Yes, it can be overwhelming, right? A little bit even suffocating. And I love what Jim and Andrew have done with regard to the entire company to simplify to make it easier for us to build our business. And we're taking that and we're duplicating what they've done with internet marketing as well so that you can sell more product, you can expand distribution better, and you can support your team. Because let's be honest, you're going to learn a lot of techniques with social media to grow your business. And it's different today than it was 20 years ago. You know, 20 years ago, Dennis would say, you only build a business as far as you're willing to build the fire, carry the wood, right? Social media, you're now building thousands of miles away and even globally at this point, and you need simplification and tools to be able to support that. So the first thing that we've done, and you all have seen this at World Conference, is we redid unfranchisetraining.com so that you could better support your teams. That's what it used to look like. It was really pretty. And we made it look a lot better. Wouldn't you agree with that? Yeah. But more than looking a lot better, you know, we didn't just make it look pretty. It is beautiful. It's professionally branded. It's organized logically so that you can duplicate the right things in your organization. And with the global unification stuff that you're going to hear from JR and Andrew and also from Phil later on today, this is going to be critical to getting your people trained. So take a look. There are 5 main categories: business building, stores and products, internet marketing. That's a brand new section that we've added. Certified trainers and events. And it's logical. It works like a regular website should, where you go to the menu and you pick what page you want to go. One of the things I'm excited about is there are no longer a requirement to do a username and password to access the general unfranchised owner subsidiaries. You can clap for that. Think about how many times you've gotten a call. How do I get the basic 5? Just go there. The only time you're going to need a username and password is if you're a trainer and you're trying to get trainer materials that are only available to trainers. A couple of quick little highlights. When you get there, you can choose which country that you want to open. Once you select your country, this is what you'll see. And at the top left corner, you see all the different countries that are there. That's how you can navigate in between different countries. And why is this important? Well, because as you grow your business globally, and you should be, especially with the way it's now structured, you're going to want to only load the materials that are available in the UK when you're building in the UK. You don't want to get them information that's only available in the US, right? You only want them to see what's available for them. Now, what's really cool is once you've selected your country, we've added a watermark so that you know what country's website you're in. On the left-hand side, you can see all of the content has been reorganized and it's all labeled. So when you click on something, you'll know if you're going to an outside website, you'll know if you're looking at a video or an image. And on the right side, you see live social media streams. And those social media streams are relevant to whatever page that you're on. This is business building, so that's all of Market America's channels. When you go to Motives, it's going to be Motives that's auto-feeding in. And that's huge. You know what that is? Subliminal, like training via osmosis kind of stuff. Because your people are going to see the most up-to-date pictures and news and tweets when they're looking for a document. And at the that's cool. At the very bottom, you can also do the follow, so we can get people on the social feeds. By the way, we're not done yet. Coming soon, we're adding Market Singapore, Market Spain, a Spanish and Chinese language toggle, and a mobile version of the site. right, so we're gonna switch gears, and I'm gonna talk to you a little bit more. I don't mean to overwhelm you, but check out, we all have a ton of websites to help us create sales. We got TLS, Global, Motives, Isotonics, the custom mini websites. You see the Deny, Get, Conquer. There's so many websites that we have, and I think that, you know, this can be a little overwhelming, right? And how many websites do you have for business building? Market America, the Stack GRP, that's my DRS site. On franchise training, MeDon. Oh, what about all these tools that you have to create sales? Hot Deals, Trends, Shopcom, AutoShip, Groceries is coming, Cashback, Price Alert, One Cart. Am I overwhelming you yet? How many of you actually kind of feel like this, right? It's true. It's absolutely true. Like, I think at first when we separated marketamerica.com and shop.com, so we had a shopping website and a recruiting website, that was awesome. And then they kept going and giving us more and more and more and more tools to build our business. And, you know, it was great. And then at some point it felt like, you know, when you have a really dirty house and you don't know which room to start cleaning in? That's how I felt with all of these tools. I'm like, we have so much stuff, and so you know what happens? We end up using none of it. And don't lie, right? You have so many things available to us, and by the way, what company gives you that for the price that you paid to start a business? So here's what we decided. We want you to use and leverage these tools, these websites, and all these awesome widgets that have been built for you to have a successful on-franchise business, right? So we came up with a brand new internet sales and marketing training series. This is huge. And I want to say to you guys, I'm going to give you a little preview of what you can expect, but here's why I'm most excited about this series. This is not the brainchild of me. This is a collaborative effort of all the best internet marketers in our company that have given input so that you're going to get your people trained with the best of the best of the best strategies in every area, because there's no such thing as one person that can do all of this really well. So you're going to see little pieces of Carl Eklund and the Wangs and lots of Lauren Reidinger and ideas from myself and other people, but it's one incredible training. And I dare say this is just as critical for your business success as a basic 5. Agreed. So the day one training has been repurposed. It's not a shopping, you know, hey everybody, let's get our customers and go teach them how to shop on our website, because that's weird, right? You don't invite customers to come over your house for 30 minutes and teach them how to use your website. It's weird, don't do that. This is a training for unfranchised owners. And what it's focused around is knowing what you have so you can match the right tool to your customer so you can get them hooked. The idea being, if you have a customer that's interested in saving money or a better deal or, you know, a better price, then there are certain tools that you have as a business owner that can help you help your customer. Cashback, preferred customer, hot deals, daily deals, price alerts, shop partners, comparative shopping, and shop direct. The idea is, you know how we match product to people and people to product? You're going to do that same exact strategy with the tools and resources that you have on shop.com. Now, if your customer's interest is a better shopping experience and maybe they're not so concerned with saving money, but they just want the convenient shopping experience, then introduce them to Shop Buddy or One Cart or eGifts or Trend Shops or AutoShip. Does that make sense? So this is really, really great. That's what you can expect in the day one. And in the day two, it's all about, okay, now that you know what you have, how do you create more sales, personally sponsor more, and support that team? So it starts off by teaching you how to prep your brand, customizing shop.com, adding a domain name, using the print center to get yourself branded. Then we go into a hardcore social media training. This is the first time we've ever had this. We're going to go through a 101 of best practices, how to use it with Shopbox and blogs and other really, really great strategies that you should be using as unfranchised owners. What I love about this is we're talking about branding the average unfranchised owner. We are not talking about branding a brand. We're talking about unfranchised owner branding. People like us, the 80%ers. And what I'm really excited, this is going to be the most valuable part of your day, is we are also doing a workshop in the middle of the day two training. Because listen, how many of you guys saw how to do hashtag searching, went home and forgot all the steps of what you saw? Everybody. By the way, it's so easy to do. And if you just do it once, because adults learn best by doing, then when you go home, you're more likely to do it again. And that's why we wanted to add the workshop element. So you're going to do active posting, you're going to do warm market initiating and responding, and you're going to do a hashtag searching exercise right in the middle of the training so that you leave with practical experience and, by the way, even results. And then finally, the last part of the day is talking about the different websites that you have, like Global, like Motives, like Isotonics, and when is the appropriate time to use them and how do you send people there. So we'll talk about that in terms of websites that you have to create sales, websites that you have to prospect and recruit, and then once you've built this enormous team, which you will if you're using this social media strategies, our team duplicated by over 100 people last year, and we didn't know half of them using these strategies. Now you have to create community, right? Because that's half the battle. You get a brand new business partner that lives 1,000 miles away. If they don't feel like they're part of the party, if they don't know that coming to convention is not optional, it's just what we do, your work is cut out for you, right? You know why it's cut out for you? Because there's no community. And so part of what we want to teach you is how to build community globally and even just nationally so that you can go ahead and support the new people that you're bringing on. So that's the day 2 training. I want to recommend that you guys come to the Internet Marketing Breakout on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. I'm going to do a pseudo collaboration of both of these. We're going to go through prepping your brand, websites that you have to create sales, websites that you have to prospect and recruit, social media for generating leads. We're going to do the workshop that I mentioned, and we're going to finish up with my favorite tools for using for follow-up. So it'll be a really great use of your time. If you're still here, I highly recommend you join me. Cool, and finally and quickly, I know, I'm sorry, simplification is great. So you're gonna learn a whole lot of strategies this weekend. We talked about that. Social media, you're gonna learn about emails and all kinds of other things that you can do to generate interest in yourself and to brand yourself. And we've done a lot of improvements to the DRS program, Jeremy and I. And you know, what is the DRS? It's your personal website. It's your favorite brands. It's 100% customizable because let's be honest, Shane said this in an email, and he's 100% right. Shane Kringle, he said, people don't buy the business, they buy you. So stop branding the company and brand yourself. That's what you have with the DRS. It's your lead capture. It's all about you, your favorite things. Who are you? So this is what my website looks like. You can tell that it's branding exactly who I am and not necessarily who Market America is or who Shop.com is. That's part of it. And I'll tell you, we get people that we're friends with that we already know asking about the business because they checked out our website and they're like, wow, you guys really are awesome internet entrepreneurs. I'm like, totally. Last night during our meeting, we had leads coming in, emails. So here's why. Because right on the homepage, at the very bottom, we have the quick little cool shopping annuity video, and then learn more about the opportunity. People put their name and their email address, we get that, and then it automatically emails them the most recent version of the About MA PDF. Huge prospecting, but it's more than just that. It's not just a website, and you have to know this. As you shift from being whatever you are now and you grow into being an internet entrepreneur, you're gonna want some of these tools. It comes with domains and email marketing, autoresponders, a customer relationship management system, SEO tools, free mobile websites, and there's a ton of new things. We just recently uploaded a ton of infographics that were designed by our social team that are all over Pinterest so that you guys can have them, and then they're gonna go ahead and take it a step further and build out email campaign templates based off of those infographics so that you guys can really position yourself as an internet marketer. And just finally and quickly, we heard what you guys were feeling, and we wanted to provide more education, more support, so that this could be more duplicatable and more simple for you guys to use. I will say all of our business leaders in our group have one of these, and they're loving it. It's unlimited chat support. There's now a 30-minute phone call that you get with a technician when you get one of these sites. There's a new monthly DRS webinar series that you can log into for free, and not only will I work with you on how to set up your DRS and use it to prospect and recruit and different strategies for that, but we're also going to talk about the marketing tools. How do you actually set up an email system? How do you actually communicate with your prospects this way? And there's a ton of PDFs that have been generated as well to support you. So guys, I know we're out of time, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here, and I hope we have a great weekend.
She's amazing, isn't she? She went through that, I mean, so quick, but I'm telling you, the changes she has made along with Jeremy and the team. If you haven't checked out the DRS, if you haven't checked out on franchise training, those new day 1 and day 2s that are coming out, I mean, we're putting it all together. And again, congratulations, Sarah, congratulations, Jeremy, on everything you guys have done.
Okay, so just getting to the place where we need to get started here, and it's coming up right about now. That was good, wasn't it?
Very good.
Okay, so we're going to continue to simplify the process, make it easier to retail, recruit, and build a business. And, Jim, first of all, I can't understand why anybody wouldn't supplement. You got to supplement, with a multivitamin, antioxidants.
Every morning.
And of course, so all of us are on isotonics, right? A lot of the public is still taking tablets. If you're taking tablets, of course, all you're really doing is flushing your money down the toilet. Jim, you're looking good there. You're in shape. You know what I mean? You keep,
Been working out. I work hard, I play hard.
We work and play, and for us, of course, work and play, there's blurred lines. So there's Jim the other day working out, and he just started working. So he felt play is work, work is play. I got a workout in as well. I was chilling out afterwards. It's been a long day.
You'll notice Andrew was not on the treadmill or anything.
But other things.
This is actually at Mark Ashley's. We call it the Spawn Resort. And this was Andrew watching a little
Started
little
working,
movie.
though. Work is play, play is work, work is play is work. Okay. Now, over the past couple of years, we've, of course, enhanced, we've simplified, we've consolidated, we've condensed, and we have a great unfranchised business presentation available via PowerPoint. Would you guys agree? It's a great presentation. But we're continuously keeping it updated and looking for ways to make it easier to communicate, right, and simplifying the presentation and making it even more visual and easier for the person seeing it for the first time to understand. Really connect with it.
As you guys have noticed, every 6 months there's an update on this, and there's going to continue to be that because we're evolving as a company and we're evolving as a society. So we continue to look at it and take feedback and say, what can we do better? In fact, we're going to show you a version now, and we're already working on the next version. We've already got some things in progress. But this is our bread and butter, isn't it? This is how we share the business. This is how people see it. And we're really excited to show you some of the changes.
We just wanted to show you a few of the new slides that you can see in the new updated presentation.
So instead of it, remember how we used to have retail and wholesale on the slide? Now it is just the retail sales part of it. So it's simpler. Again, for somebody looking at it, people always wondered, why are there two graphs here? Now we just have the one to make it that way. How about going to the color here instead of black and white for our $1 million earners?
And you'll also notice on this slide, the numbers have been updated as of June 30th. This past June 30th, now over $3.1 billion has been earned. But we're going to have to change that total distributor out of there. We'll change that. And then, we've done a really good job, I think, in the product section.
Yeah, in the product section, we've updated, of course, the first page of the isotonics. And then we move into some of our other products. Now, sometimes it's got a little clunky as we were going through the products, didn't it? And so we had too many maybe screenshots of things we've always been trying to work and condense. So we did eliminate a few things off of there, as well as we combined some things you're going to see while keeping the integrity of what we are as a product brokerage company and being able to show all the different markets that we have. So I'm going to show you a few of the slides here as we go through it.
And staying on point. Remember, the objective of this section of the presentation is to give an overview of the product brokerage company, an overview of the different brands, not going into depth and not showing every single product, but giving them an idea, the concept of having different divisions, multi-billion-dollar industries to capitalize on as being, an unfranchised owner. So, of course.
But not a product training, an overview, of course. So you'll see a lot of the slides you saw look very similar right there, and it continues to go through. Now we get to the prime line, which we then updated because we actually had some products in there we no longer had. We've updated, so we're right on point with it. Our motives line has been updated again with the new logo. Then you move into our skincare line. Do you remember when we had 3, 4 skincare slides all together? It made it hard to go through, didn't it? So now we've put that together into one slide. We also extended the time to about 10 seconds to be able to talk on it. Look at our DNA line. Is this incredible?
Well, the line's expanded, and of course, a great new introduction you're going to hear about. Now we have an updated slide for that brand.
Completely updated with all new products. And then, we'd have two slides on our hair care line. Now we've condensed it into one. We would have 2 slides on our home care and our pet care, now condensed into one. And then as we go to end the presentation on products, we would have 3 separate slides. Now we've put them into one so you can talk about each one like that.
And there you have it. That was the product section, the entire one, right? Simple, gives a nice overview, and we move forward.
Now, as good as that is, Andrew, this is where we're really excited. How many of you remember this slide? Because you used it yesterday.
Everybody knows this slide.
Not bad. It looks okay.
A lot of text. A lot of text.
Do you guys think it's a little text heavy? How would this look?
A little better.
where you've got all the websites shown up there for your new person.
And now, Jim and I, we kind of test this out a little bit. I've used this at a couple of home business presentations before this convention, and it's really great to be able to show this, because remember, it's everything included in the subscription, you see? And if to have the visuals there, it really, I think from the person seeing it for the first time understands the value, the real value there of seeing that.
And Andrew, this was the slide I've seen so many people struggle with because they're trying to explain business volume and internet business volume, right? And what are the differences? And you're trying to explain it, but it was a little bit difficult sometimes for a newer person presenting or for someone to understand.
Even if you explain it accurately, people still don't connect with BV, IBV, I'm really not so sure, so we think this is a better way to really have it. They can understand it.
Isn't that great?
Little visual goes a long way, doesn't it?
So there's the new slide. You can see our brands, you can see our stores. It makes it simple to understand the differences as people are taking a look at it. And then we had this slide right here on how we create BV and IBV.
Also, once again, a lot of text, a lot of bullet points.
Text, and we had three centers everywhere. And
they keep seeing that. They have already seen that. They explain that in the subscription. We move forward, and then the new create slide is a little bit more visual to understand the different ways to create BV and IBV, not just have bullet pointed text to explain it.
And when we moved into our qualify slide, we would show the banks opening, but when you qualify a business, it allows you to accumulate, right? So now we just made one simple change. When the banks open, we show the accumulation of volume so that as people are talking about it, again, makes sense.
And these are just minor little tweaks, but I think really make a big difference, and making us more effective in presenting the plan. We have an updated fast start kit slide here of new images, and of course, as you can see at the top, it explains that, of course, it includes the $129.95 subscription in the product in the fast start package.
Which is important for people to understand that we're getting that. Now, remember this slide at the end of the presentation? Again, text heavy. It sort of took the first three things and we redid it a little bit on the second. It wasn't bad, but could we improve it? We thought we could, and this is now the ending slide of the presentation. And it's what is your next step? And you can see it's either buy products, you got the image of daily essentials, schedule a follow-up or do a trial run, you've got the image, or establish my unfranchised business, and you've got a visual of the Fast Start program.
Remember at the top, you say, what's your interest level? We don't say, are you interested, right? And now it says, it's an action point. What's your next step? It's this, this, or this. We move forward with that, right? That's really great. So this...
When is this going to be available, Andrew?
It is available.
It is available.
It is available already. It's on unfranchised training.
So you can download that today. It is up and ready to go already. In fact, it's been on for a couple days.
And being that we just finished it a few days ago, the Mandarin, the Spanish version will be coming very soon. It's already in translation, so you can look forward to Unfranchised News for that announcement when that's available.
I want to talk a little bit about moving up seminars and to give you a little breakdown on this so that you understand what they are. A moving up seminar is a 2-day intensive training. We hold them in New York or Miami. It's about 18 hours of training. It's a small group training. Typically, the biggest classes we will have will be 55 to 60. Sometimes it's 35 to 40. They keep getting bigger because more and more people want to come to them, but we're limited by space, so they'll never be bigger than that. There's typically 2 or 3 trainers at a session, and it's all focused on result-producing activities, so you know when you walk out what exactly to do. An agenda would start like this. We typically have breakfast on the boat, one of the boats, which is great to be able to experience that lifestyle. Then we go into training. We again have lunch on one of the company yachts, and then we do a live call workshop. So when you come to this, you are going to walk out and you're going to have appointments set. You're going to take action there. We also do practice. We practice the call workshop before we go into it, and then we go with training again to almost 6:30 on the first day. Second day, it's the same exact schedule, except for a little bit shorter on the day because we went longer the first day in case anybody needs to fly out that evening. We wanted to make it so that people could go longer the first day, shorter the second day. I'm just going to whip through some pictures here and show you a couple quick things, but you'll see Shane Krangle, who's trained on many of the moving up centers, Olivia Lee training on one of them, and she's training with us again in March coming up. Jackie Blasco, who's been one of the biggest proponents of this in the world and one of the greatest trainers there. You can see Elizabeth, who's going to be training in New York in September with us in a small group setting. Mr. Franks, who was there participating and training on the last Moving Up seminar. And of course, Kevin Buckman, who we love. I mean, I could go on and on. Here we are doing role playing. How many of you'd like to role play and get better at what you need to do? So we do live role playing. We get to hang out with people who are success-minded, and we actually do the call workshops all around the yachts or the property. And these guys work hard. You can tell it's very intensive. But it's not a bad place to hang out either. And you get some great results from doing this. This is one of the groups we had there. Here's one when we're in New York doing a call workshop. Here's one again on our Utopia 2 after we're having lunch. So you take a look at this and you see what's going on. The success has been off the charts. We've actually started tracking now how people have moved after going on here. And they send a report back to us. We can track it corporately. And a lot of you know, you came up to me already today and said, Jim, this has changed my entire business since I was there last. But you can hear from me or Andrew all day. What I'd rather do is bring out a couple people to talk about this. And I think what I'll do, Dennis, am I going to lead off with you on this? Do we have a handheld? And let's bring, how about Mr. Dennis Franks?
One of the things that I have to tell you, I had the pleasure of being on the first Moving Up seminar with JR when the total class was 12 on Utopia 1. It's really evolved. And the beautiful thing about this is that I've been an unfranchised owner 23 years. So I'm in my 23rd year. And the business does evolve. We do the fundamentals. But what was most important for me in leading my team and growing to the next unfranchised level of success was to be able to live in the business today and not talk about what it was when I was coming up 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I took a team of 38 wonderful business builders from my organization. We created the Alpha team in which we started the accountability from what we learned. From the Alpha team, we created 20 beta teams from those people, and now there are 12 gamma teams. So out of the one Moving Up seminar, I have 33 accountability groups taking 5 separate legs, moving my business up. Because it's time to grow. And I'll tell you this, if you're looking to grow your business, it's the best investment you can do it. And it's been a great experience. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for the team.
Thanks, Dennis. One of the things Dennis did mention, when he went on that with his 38 people, how would you like to walk off of a Moving Up seminar and have over 500 appointments booked in your group? Because that's what, remember when you walked off, Dennis, over 500 appointments. He looked at me and said, how can you fail after doing this? You're set to do it. I'd also like to bring up Barbara Montgomery. Barbara has been on multiple Moving Up seminars. Many of you know her.
Good morning, good morning. My other professions, I have been very, very blessed. And by the way, this is my profession, and I hope it's your profession too. Please, please, I encourage you to treat it as a profession. In my other professions, I've been very fortunate in film and television to be mentored by Academy Award winners, by Emmy Award winners, in music by jazz greats like Ella Fitzgerald and Chick Corea, Tony Bennett, in health and wellness by Nobel laureates, by chief medical officers from NASA. It's very tough to get that accessibility even being in those businesses. Every single one of you has the opportunity to be trained by the best of the best with the Moving Up seminars. Every single one of you. In my very first one that I went to, which was 3 years after my registering of my business, which really was just a hobby, Jim Winkler, nose to nose, face to face, Kevin Buckman, and Bonnie Philo. Wow, turned my business into a business, and I doubled my income that year. My second, I hit professional coordinator. My third, my income was so steady and solid that when I was given the honor to be on the United Kingdom launch team, I could go 17 times in 24 months without having any problems with my income on a constant, ongoing basis. So, Market UK, yes, shout out. The magic happened on my 5th, which was this past May. Dennis said, come on, we're all gonna go. I said, okay, fine. I was already booked for September, which I'm gonna go to with a great team, but 5 other folks from the team went with us. And the magic, as I say, happened. Absolutely phenomenal. When we came back, the consistency in weekly motive seminars, weekly wellness seminars, weekly UBPs, the ABC pattern really being drilled down through the organization. One accountability team that we had became 5 accountability teams, drilling the leadership down through the organization. It's just been so exciting to see the personal growth, the application, the duplication of everything happening. So they say there is no shortcut in life. I say there is a shortcut, it's Market America. That's the shortcut. And there's a shortcut to the shortcut, and it's the Moving Up seminar. So we'll be there in September, and I hope to see some of you there with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Barbara.
We were both clicking. That's why we were laughing. Here are the Moving Up seminars that are coming up. There's going to be one in New York on the 5th and 6th, which will be myself and Elizabeth Weber, who will be training. There will also be one in New York on 7th and 8th, which will be myself, Shane Krangle, and Kevin Buckman, who will be training. Then as we move into October in Miami Beach, it'll be myself, Lynn Mitchke, who you're going to hear from later today, and Shane Krangle will be training. And then as we move into next year, we also have Olivia Lee joining us on a training. So we have a great lineup set up. I want to caution you. Last year, Elizabeth, you remember this? People at this event went, and we sold out our next 4 seminars as quick as we can, and then people were calling, actually complaining, saying, why can't I get on them? It is limited. If you are thinking of doing it, do it. We can't add more space because it takes away from what we want, which is that close group interaction. And we do have a special going on this week. That special is for all returning members, all returning attendees. They're going to receive a $100 credit if you're returning and you go again, and also a $50 referral fee. Because what we want is what Dennis and Barbara did. We want you to come back and bring your people with you. So if you bring them, it's going to cost you less to be able to do that.
They can visit the booth in the concourse to register, correct?
Correct.
And lastly, of course, the President's Challenge. We're going to need to end right now, but we want to congratulate. We had a record number of President's Challenge award winners at the reception last night, which is a great reception. And we have the new President's Challenge, of course, we hope you'll go for, because at the end of the day, it's really all about those result-producing activities, converting spending into earning, and growing and achieving new unfranchised levels. So
we had a record number of winners this year. And I'm going to recommend for everybody who's sitting here right now, if you're saying I want to move to the next level, you need to be going for the President's Challenge. And the first step to going for that challenge is picking up your tickets. So get your tickets. I hope you've enjoyed this morning. Thanks, everybody.